The Backrooms. You've been here before. Level 92, Crimson Glow. Survival difficulty, Class 3. Unsafe, unsecure, low entity count. Level 92 is the 93rd level of the Backrooms. Image caption: the only photo of Level 92's stairway. Description: Level 92 appears to be an infinite hall and stairway, both of which glow crimson red. This level is almost completely devoid of entities. Wanderers that explore this level with more than one person seemingly become alone in the level, but all wanderer groups that come out say that they were at the same level. Once one is in the level, they will appear at the stairway. The stairway. The stairs glow a crimson red, as said above, and would have gold bars leading to the top. The place would be very quiet at first until one starts walking up the stairs. Slow and smooth jazz music will start to play, and will stay like that until the wanderer leaves. Once the music starts, one will feel that they are being watched, and will have a feeling to look behind them, although there will be nothing there. Sitting on the stairs for a bit can cause nauseous feelings, and one will pass out, waking up on a bench in level 11. Once up the stairs, there will be a door that leads to the hallway. If one waits too long to open it, they will hear whispers repetitively attempting to convince them to open the door. The whispers are very faint, quieter than the music playing, which itself is very quiet. The hallways. The hallways will have the same crimson glow as the stairs on certain parts of it. The halls are quite short, with doors on either side, and a door at the end, which will lead to the same stairway. In other scenarios, one will end up in a lobby room that also leads to level 11. The doors lead to different rooms, which seem to randomly generate with the events in different doors which lead to different rooms. They are all apartment rooms and will have around 1 to 3 entities, or rarely more. These entities look like normal people, minding their own business, most likely ignoring wanderers. In the rooms, there are windows that seem to show level 11 at midnight, and all clocks are stuck at 12:32 a.m. Some rooms can lead to different levels, while others lead to elevators that will often lead to level 65. In these rooms, normal to very strange events will happen, all of which are listed below. The events. Here is a list of events reported by the few wanderer groups that explored level 92. Throughout the events, the jazz music will still be present. There are said to be many more events, but they are not recorded. Event 1. This event is simple and the most common. One will stumble upon a random person watching TV who will completely ignore you. If a wanderer physically interacts with them, whispers will repetitively tell them to stop, and they will get louder and faster if the wanderer keeps doing so. Eventually, the wanderer will pass out and wake up in level 0. The room is always similar. One bathroom to the right side of the entrance, the bedroom to the door in front of you, and the kitchen door to the right side of that. To the left is an open living room, with the person watching TV, and a window that seems to be in level 11 at midnight. Objects and furniture would mostly change every time the event was started, but the furniture will be in the same position in the living room, while the furniture being similar to others. The TV is usually playing random channels from the 1980s to 1990s, although one wanderer reported the TV streaming a live camera feed from the building outside the window, recording you from their window, looking out to the room's window at this time. You will see a light on in the window of the other building, with a camera on the stand and a shadowy figure next to it. Event 2. This event is a bit strange. You'll walk into the entrance and the kitchen will be in front of you. In there will be a different woman each time. She will greet you and ask if you are hungry, as she is cooking a meal. If you deny the request, she will leave you or stay in her apartment for as long as you want. Although, if you relax somewhere in the apartment if these events happen, you'll pass out and wake up in level 26. If you agree to the request, she will lead you to the table next to a window, where you will wait for the meal, with the TV on in the living room, with one person or no one watching it. that person will also ignore you. Once the meal is finished, she will serve the meal. This meal is randomly generated and can range from good to bad cooking. If you deny the meal, she will throw it away in the trash, and rarely, the camera event can happen in the window next to you at the table, recording you. If the meal is accepted or not, finished or not, the same actions will happen, and she will say she needs to go do something in her room and walk into the apartment hallway, into her room, and she'll say that you can leave once your meal is finished. If you leave, nothing will happen. If followed after she is gone, once the door to her room is closed, the whispers will tell you to stop, and again, gets faster and louder if ignored. Once the door is opened, she will not be there. The room will be a normal bedroom for a female, with nothing out of the ordinary. But once entered, the door will shut behind you, and will be locked. Then you will soon pass out and wake up in level 20. Event 3. The third event is also strange. This apartment contains a married couple, usually one male and one female. Once started, the woman will invite you in, as the male is on his phone with his work, assumingly his boss. The female will tell you to take a seat and relax, as she says that she has stuff to do at the moment. If you go and see the woman at this time, she will be on a different phone, talking to someone. At this moment, they will both completely ignore you. If you try to leave, the door will be locked. After a few minutes, the male entity will hang up his phone and walk to the living room, where you are, and will be very aggravated at his call. He will sit next to you and ask you a few questions, mostly about your life, and act like you have been here before, and will act like a normal person at this moment, although questioning the entity will result in you aggravating him more. After a few minutes, he will get tired of you and walk over to the room where his wife is and start complaining about, quote, why she brings random people into their apartment, end quote, until they start to have a loud argument, which you can hear very clearly, and they will mention you a few times like you have been here before. If you enter the room where they are arguing, the whispers will tell you to stop again before you enter. Although, if entered, they have disappeared, and similar events will happen like in Event 2, where the door shuts and locks itself and you eventually pass out and wake up in level 4. If not intervened, soon after the argument, the male storms out and leaves to his work, late at night. If followed, he will be gone. After this happens, the wife tells you to get out of her apartment. If denied, the whispers tell you to leave. If you do not, you will pass out and wake up in level 5. Event 4. This event is rare to find. This starts when you walk into 3 people having a conversation. 2 look like police, while the other is a normal person. Most of this apartment's furniture is destroyed and/or scattered across the floor. Overhearing the entity's conversation, you can hear about how the police are interviewing the person as they talk about how the person rampaged and broke everything in their apartment. If the conversation is intervened, instead of disappearing, the entities will still be present and will ask you questions on what happened. If you don't answer properly or deny to answer, they will kindly ask you to leave the apartment. If not, you will hear whispers telling you to leave, and if you don't, you will again pass out and wake up on level 42. If you explore, you can find a note on the ground, as it reads with poorly written words, "I will find you." If you find this note and read it, the person will get up and chase you through the level, while the police is chasing up trying to stop him. Once grabbed, you will pass out and wake up in the hub. Event 5. This event is also rare to find. In this event, an entity, usually male, will tell you to come into their apartment. At this point, he will want to show you around his apartment and give you a tour, as he calls it. If denied, he will beg you to do it. If you keep denying, he will get more intense until he charges at you. At this point, you will pass out and wake up in level 30. If you listen and let him give you a tour, he will show you different rooms at random. Although, while this is happening, you feel like you're being watched, and the doors are opened by a crack. You cannot see inside. If tried to interact with it, the man will grab you, and you will also pass out and wake up on level 40. At the end of your tour, he will randomly ask to use the bathroom. He will allow you to do so, and you will walk in to use it. At this point, you feel like something is a bit off, and you will notice that the door has an open crack. You will open it to find a camera on a stand recording you, with a shadowy figure behind you. At this point, you will pass out and wake up on level 1. Bases, outposts, and communities. The Afraid. This outpost is an event that will take you to this group. This group is made out of a husband and wife who are not entities. Their names are Jimmy and Petra. These people lived in this place before the strange events happened. They have major anxiety and paranoia. They cannot leave or talk about the events, otherwise they will pass out. They claim to hear the whispering all of the time. Their apartment seems to be normal, with a restocking fridge. Entrances and exits. To enter, you must enter a random hole in the walls of level 34, or enter another hole in level 42. To exit, you must either keep exploring until one of the doors leads to level 0, level 5, level 9, level 37, or if it's an elevator, it will take you to level 65, or pass out and wake up in the various levels, or get to the lobby room to enter level 11. After exiting, the jazz music will still be present for around 30 minutes.